I've sold the Unique Melody Mest 2 and gotten this. Hello guys, it's Jordan from Treble Review. Welcome back. Today we're talking about the new IEM that I've gotten from Kinera. It's called Verdandi. So yes, I have sold my Unique Melody Mest 2. A little bit dumb because that thing is kind of rare. It was discontinued. Should have kept it, but because money don't grow on trees, so in order to get something new, in order to move on, I have to sell it. And to get this, yeah, because I'm not finding myself using the Mest 2 too much, because if I were to listen to like J-pop and stuff, it's not really a thing to use it for. So that's why I'm finding myself not using it that much, underutilized, hence selling it. And this Verdandi is the latest one that I get. It's selling around for like 1,300, so it's a kilobaht IEM. So I gotten it from Hong Kong, so you guys can get it from like Hi-Fi Go. Might be, if there's any sales that's still going on, then you can get it right now. But I gotten it from Hong Kong with a little bit cheaper in price. Yes, you know, audio in Hong Kong is relatively cheaper most of the time. So let's talk about this IEM Verdandi. So it's a 2 BA, 2 EST, 1 DD and 1 bone conduction driver. And looking at this configuration, selling at this price is a little bit expensive. Yes, because if you see there are a lot of 1 DD, 2 BA, 2 EST tribrid going on in the market, which is selling for like maybe $500, $600. Look at the variations, the Oracle, most of them are selling around that price. This thing is double the price of those just because of 1 bone conduction driver. Okay, so you can't really like judge the price of an item because of the configurations. There are single dynamic drivers that are selling like for $1,000 or $2,000. So as long as it sounds good, then it's always matter. Okay, so let's talk about this Verdandi. Is their Kinera their second in-line flagship. So their flagship is low-key. So this is what people call the mini low-key. So let's talk about it. So the box is very special. Yes, it takes out a lot of space, but as long as it's special, you can see the design, the graphics that's going on. At least it's special. It's not just an IEM picture like this over here. So pretty, I would say, decent, and I appreciate it. And also the accessories that they're given are also very nice as well. So inside they have this very long passage they have written and a lot of things that are included inside. And let's talk about the accessory. The accessory that was being given is just a carrying case. Maybe I call it a carrying pouch, and of course 2 different sets of ear tips. And these ear tips are not those stock ear tips that you come with together like all your other Tri-Fi. So they've given you finer type E ear tips and also Asla crystal ear tips. So if you are going for something a little bit more premium, a bit more high-end kilobaht stuff or more than that, usually they will give you something like third-party ear tip, which is a little bit better or just make you feel better. Okay, so I use the crystal ear tip because it's nice. So finer type E is an ear tip that's been around for very long, and I don't really like the sound signature on the type E. And of course, not to miss out the cable, it's a collaboration with Flash Acoustic. So the cable itself is, I would say, very nicely built. But the one that I was gotten is in silver color. Maybe because I bought it from Hong Kong, that's why the color is a bit different. The one that you guys see from like Hi-Fi Go or like from Kinera website is in a little bit greenish. Okay, so a little bit green, light green, but mine is a bit in silver. So it depends on which one that you like. I think the material inside is the same. And I need to shout out to Flash Acoustic because I love this brand very much. So this company, they have their own foundry. They can make their own cables, and they can supply theirs to other brands as well. So I love how they do their cables and their terminations and the hardware. Everything is very nicely done. So that's it. The cooperation with Flash Acoustic and the A-tips, that's the thing that they are provided. And the IM itself, the design, I would say, wow, Kinera know how to do a very nice design most of the time. I think, yeah, every time. So the design on the Dandy is no slouch as well. It's very nicely designed. You can see that I think there's elements of flowers inside. I call it flowers, and a little bit of cloud and flowers. Okay, so there is a black color variance outside. I think that one is even nicer looking. So if you guys want to buy, you need to check out. There's two colors available. The one that I get is the first one that they release is in, I would say, lighter color, not the black color one. Okay, so that's all for the design, everything. And let's talk about fit and comfort. So this thing is leaning a little bit at the larger side, but to me it is not very ergonomically designed, so you don't have like wing and all. But to me, I can fit it very nicely, but it will just come out a little bit because it's not flush. Okay, it's because it's kind of big, and maybe because of the vent that they included at the back of the shell. There are 3 vents, okay, which is kind of big at the back of the shell. I think that thing might be doing something to the bone conductions, or just contributes to the soundstage, the feeling of soundstage or openness. So that's why using 3 big vents hole at the back. I find it at very noisy environment. If you are commuting, you get a little bit of that leak, so you can still hear your surrounding a little bit. And of course, if you like taking public transport, you still get that sound of announcement sometimes, yeah, which annoys me. So, but using it in a very like quiet place in your room, no problem. Okay, so that's all physical aspect. Let's talk about sound. So this IM, the bone conduction, yes, the first thing first, bone conduction is kind of special. So tone wise is toned towards like fun. So first of all, let's talk about the bass. The bass here is one of a kind. It is really special because the bone conduction is doing the work here. So first of all, the bass, I would say it's a lot of bass, okay, a lot of bass, but it doesn't bleed into the mids at all, 0, or maybe negative, okay, as in why? Because the graph might show you otherwise, because it doesn't seems like a lot of bass, but actually when you listen to it, that is a lot because of the bone conduction. So this IM is sub bass focus, and mid bass of course is not a lot, it's just normal glide very gradually to the mid range, still giving you a little bit of that note weight and a little bit of I would not say warm, just that give you a bit of that thickness. But the bone conduction, because of the bone conduction works, okay, it cannot be measured using like our 711 coupler. So what it does is that it gives you that little bit of that vibrations, okay, not really sound, just vibrates just a little bit, where you can't really like feel it in your ears. It won't like vibrate the whole IM, okay, like your PlayStation controller, not something from Skull Candy, yeah, the crusher. So it vibrates just a little bit, which gives you that sense of bass. Yes, it does. So because it doesn't make any like notes, it doesn't have any sound to that vibration, so it just gives you that sense of impact, that punchiness. So to me, the punch is really strong. To me, it's really fun to have this kind of bass, very tactile, and yet most importantly, it is very clean. Yes, it kind of like, I would say, compensate the mid bass. Okay, so most of the time you want to get this kind of bass amount, that you might need to have a little more mid bass, then it will bleed into your mids, which is not something that everyone wants. So this thing, what it does is that it don't have a lot of mid bass, it don't have a lot of bass by measurement, but then adding that fixed sense of little vibration is fun. Not a lot, okay, definitely not a lot. I can't feel it really like vibrating, even if I put my finger to it, but when I listen to it, it's just very satisfying, very fun to listen to. And let's talk about the mids. Okay, the mids is something that my only complaints to this IM is that the mids are of course very clean. Okay, it's not a very warm sounding IM, just that it's clean, very crystal clear, and the vocal is like super forward here. Yes, at your nose tip, very front, very forward. I might even use the word very intense. So if you are listening to like J-pop and stuff, might be a little bit jarring. Upper mid-range, yes, a little bit. So to me, it's a little bit intense, a little bit too exciting. So depends on what you are listening to. To most of the other pops out there, is fine. Okay, it's totally fine. But for J-pop alone, yes, some of the songs, okay, can be a little bit too crazy. Okay, so then if you like this kind of forward vocals, then there you go. So let's talk about the treble. Treble, this thing is what it does better than the Mest 2. Mest 2 treble is not that it have a lot of peaks. This treble, just that it have a lot of informations. Okay, it give you like overload information that will make you tired. So the treble on the Verdandi, I think that is at an appropriate place. It's just very well extended. It don't have a lot of peak, don't have a lot of places that will just give you sibilance or sharpness. None of those. Okay, the treble here is very tame and very nicely extended and give you very good detail retrieval. I would say it loses out to Unique Melody Mest 2 in terms of detail retrieval and how resolving it is, but I think that it's not far away. Okay, the information that you can get from the Mest 2 is really sometimes a bit too much. So here is just nice. Okay, it's still very technical, and the best thing on this thing, other than the bass, is the soundstage. Wow, the soundstage on this is, I think, one of the widest thing ever that I own, because even to my Monarch Mark III, this sound wider and much more open. Yes, the holographic 3Dness and the openness of this thing is crazy. Really, it's so wide. So most of my friends who try this IEM, the first thing they will say is the bass. Wow, fun. Another thing is it sounded very wide. Yeah, maybe might due to the vents hole that I mentioned at the front of the video. I'm not really sure, but there are 3 of them. So like most of the open headphone does, sometimes open headphone give you that a little bit of that openness and wideness. Might be doing the job here. So just really felt to me like you are listening at a very wide room. Yes, really not nice, not claustrophobic. So in together you have a very forward mid-range, yet the rest of the thing are very wide. So kind of special, and the bass also kind of, I would say, special as well. That's why I'm keeping one, because it's, I would say, special. I can see why I'll be using it and why I'll be liking it, because it's really fun. So if you are like looking for a very fun set, then this is the one to go for. It has a very defined characteristic to it, so it has stand out, as in have a lot of specialty. So this is all my reviews on this. Oh yeah, and why do I say the Mest 2 again? Because I think that this is, in terms of bass, this is of course more bassy than the Mest 2. I think the bass is a bit more tactile as well, more punchy. And the vocals here, the Mest 2 vocal doesn't really come close to you at all, just like there. It don't have a lot of pinna, but this is here. Okay, some of the female vocals, it works really fine. And in terms of detail retrieval and all treble, I like it a bit more here. It's not so intense. So the Mest 2 treble is a little bit intensive. Here is not. So that's why. So this is all for the review for the Verdandi, and I'm really loving it. Alright, see you guys. And wait, you're still here. You're crazy? So if you're still watching, just a public announcement, Ken Jam will be on 6 and 7, and it'll be in Singapore, and I will be working there. So Ken Jam, guarantee you it will be super fun, but not so fun for the one that be working there. Yes, me, I'll be present there. So come and visit me, and I would really like to meet you all. So see you guys. Goodbye.